everyone. So how's everyone doing? Last time when I went live, many of you had asked if I can bring in a nice jar in detail which we can make at home. And in that live, many people wanted more of the concept, which is to keep our enemies away from us, or for someone to shut themselves or be quiet. So I would say this is more like a negativity to go away, or negative people to go away, and for someone to shut up. So now what do? We first take a black thread. I'm showing you all step by step how I do it, so that if you all want, and this time specifically keeping you all in mind, I have taken certain ingredients which are at home. One or two ingredients are more like herbs and oils which I make. If you want, you can also contact me, and I would definitely love to send you those products. Contact me in the sense, we will put the team number here. You can connect with the team and they will send you the products. So first what we do is we take this thread, okay, and we apply. What I do is I apply the Run Devil Run oil. Why I'm applying the Run Devil Run oil here? Because I can also use the ShutUp oil, but I want person to not only be quiet but also to run away from my life. So if you want someone to just shut up, be there in your life and just shut up, then only the ShutUp oil. Else you can use the Run Devil Run oil. Now as I said, if you don't have this oil, you can even use the normal basil oil, but these oils are more powerful because these are WICCA based oils. So you can even pick up from us. So we will do a 9 knots. So by the knot of 1, I intend that stop talking about for whomever I'm doing, because this is I'm doing for some client, okay. So by the knot of 1, I intend that who talks about stop talking. By the knot of 2, I intend that any unwanted, toxic, negative people go away from life. So when there was a pause, it is a person's name. By the knot of 3, I call on my gods, goddesses, angels, archangels, the higher self, to see to it that never ever comes back in, you can say, my life. If it is for 2-3 people, then our lives. By the knot of 4, the magic has started working. By the knot of 5, I can see going away from life. By the knot of 6, I am happy that is not anymore troubling life. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you see, I have not maintained any distance as such. I'm just going the way I want it to go. By the knot of 7, my magic has begun. By the knot of 8, this is what I desire, and so be it. By the knot of 9, the magic is done. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be. So now this is my knot magic. Then what I do is I prefer taking a virgin sheep parchment paper. This is not the baking parchment, it's a very powerful parchment paper. And I think most of you all from my last sale picked up my dragon blood ink, which I started making now again. So I'm using my dragon blood ink, which I use. This is basically to show you all that in these type of bottles only we give to the clients. What does it work beautifully? Dragon blood ink works beautifully for any type of petitions. Now those who don't have the parchment paper, for this jar also can even take a brown paper bag. You need to fill this in your normal pen, and you need to write the intention, and then you have to, whatever you want. It's not intention basically. For example, X doesn't trouble Y anymore, or X is away from Y's life, or people who harm me, or people who are not good for me, stop talking about me and stop interfering in my lives. Whatever you want, you will write, okay. So that's the reason I use a petition paper. You can even use a brown paper bag, but as I said, this is the ink which we sell, and this ink actually works powerfully for any sort of petition work you want to do, for any sort of spells you want to write, for the spells to work beautifully. So that's the reason I thought I will show you all the bottle. So here I'm going to write the petition for the client. I just dip and write because this is my pen for all my petitions. Now when you're writing the petition, in the end just write, this is what I desire and so mote it be. Okay, so my petition is written. Now this is the petition where I want the person to go away from the life, or this is the petition where I want this person to stop troubling. So when I'm even folding the petition, I will fold it away, not towards me, away from me, and again one more fold away. Okay, usually petitions it's not petitions basically for the jars. Petition is a different aspect, so don't confuse yourselves. So for this actually what we will do is 3 bends. Okay, right? So now I will be using a aloe vera gel and the aloe vera plant. Now I have taken the plant, I have scooped the gel, and then I have kept this ready. Now what I will do here is, I will first smudge my jar. Cleansing and smudging the jar is very, very important, because any energies, unwanted energies, or any energies which is not good for the jars will go away from the jar. Okay, and I have always said every nook and corner of the jar has to be cleansed, not just 1 or 2 parts, every nook and corner. And you will cleanse it. When you are cleansing it, you will say, I cleanse my jar. I prefer Palo Santo more than sage. You can even use sage. You can use the Indian sage or the white Californian sage also, whichever sage you have. But I prefer Palo Santo, so I'm using Palo Santo, and I'm doing anti-clockwise because I'm removing any unwanted energies from my jar. Okay, I also prefer cleansing the cap also, so I'm cleansing off here before I forget. Okay, now it's cleansed. Now what I will do is, first thing, I will take the plant and I will keep this inside. You can even put the nettle, the red chili flakes, all the other ingredients inside this, but I don't prefer doing that. So I'm just taking this and I am closing it on top. Okay, again away from me, not towards me. Okay, and then I will tie this. When I'm tying also, I will say the thing from inside, that whoever is harming or trying to talk negative, or any particular person who's always coming and troubling your lives, is going away. 1, I do 3 knots again. 3 folds inside and outside also 3 knots. Okay, I prefer 3s. I don't know why. Whatever I feel guided, I do. You all know that. So now this is done. Now this is the first thing that will go inside the jar. After this, what I will do is, I will add the aloe vera gel. You can even add more. Gel basically is sticky, so it works beautifully. Aloe vera gel works beautifully in all types of bitter jars, sour jars and all that. Okay, I add red chili flakes. Around 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes I have added. I add cane pepper, C-A-Y-E-N-N-E, cane pepper. Again, that will be another 1 to 1.5 spoons of cane pepper. I add nettle, N-E-T-T-L-E, nettle. Nettle works beautifully, more like thorns. You can also add iron nails in this. You can add black pepper in this. You can add, what else? Some people actually abroad, when they make these jars, they add the hair of the dog. But I don't prefer that, so I have avoided that. You can add it if you want to. It's not that you cannot do it. But these are the simple ingredients which I thought we will get easily. And you can even put the thorns. We get in the rose some thorns. So those thorns also we can add, because thorns also is more like pricking them. If they try to come to us, it will start pricking them. Now all this is put. We will top it with vinegar. It would be best if you add chili vinegar, not the plain vinegar. I didn't have it right now, so I am using my plain vinegar, but it is better if you add the chili vinegar. Okay, now the person has to shut up, has no other choice but to shut up or leave your lives and go forever. Okay, once we will mix this, we will not keep this jar in our houses, because this is basically to send someone away from our life. So, and yes, before I forget, the aloe vera has to fully sink inside. So if the aloe vera is seen, then you will have to add little more of vinegar. That you have to be very, very careful about. because it should not be out. Okay. Now after this, what do I do? Before you discard it, where it will be discarded, you can discard it in some dirty water. You have all these well also you can discard, running water also you can discard, but where the dirty water gets accumulated, there it is better. You will throw this jar and you will not turn back and look. That is the main thing. But before you do that, there is one main thing you will have to do. That is energize it with black candles. Can I use tea light candles? I would say no. Why? I will give you all the reason, because in this I am going to carve that no harm comes to my client, whatever is her name, that name, and people who try to harm should shut up. This I have to carve, so I will be carving. Okay, now this is my mini theme. Before you people think what it is, I can also apply the same devil run oil in this, but I just don't want to do it. I'm burning it because these are candles which I make, which are again with the proper essential oils or Wiccan oils it is done. So we will keep this little bit at a distance, not very close. I don't want my jar to burst or break, so little bit at the distance I will keep it. And once the whole candle melts and fully it is done, whenever we go out, it can be next day or after 2 days, whenever we go out, we will throw this in some dirty water and we will not turn back and look. That is the main thing. It's a very powerful jar. I do it personally for my clients also, because many of you all wanted to know how a jar is done, so I thought why not. And yes, before I close this video, if you all really enjoyed this jar, I would love to see your comments on what is the jar you want me to bring in. If any particular jar, I have more than 15 comments, I would definitely bring that as my next jar. May it be money jar, customer attraction jar, love jar, whatever you want, but at least a minimum of 15 comments if I get, then that jar will be the next video which will come. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Do like the video, share the video, subscribe the channel, and as I always say, click the bell icon. If you need the dragon's blood ink or the petition paper or any of the herbs, anything here, then do connect with the team. They would love to send it across to you. Thank you.